once again to the National Science and Math Quiz. Today's contest is the fourth of our preliminary stage contests, and it's between Achimota School and Keta Senior High School. On my left, we have Achimota School represented by
Bene Yakubu SS3.
Quainoo Andreas SS3.
Apawu Prempeh SS3.
You are very welcome, gentlemen. I've been told that Achimota School, you are very scientifically minded. So how do you use science and mathematics in your everyday campus activities? One example.
Drinking, even not talking.
In your eating, your drinking, your talking. What about your sleeping?
We sleep science.
Good. On my right, we have Keta Senior High School represented by
Kordowu Victus SS3.
Agbavor Wilson SS3.
Adzibolosu Nicholas SS3.
You are also very welcome. Keta Senior High, what is special about Keta? Go ahead, Wilson.
Okay, we have a lot of sun over there, so a glass industry can be built over there.
Oh, yes. All right. Thank you. That's good to know. All right, contestants. This contest comes to you in the usual 5 rounds. We start with the round for fundamental concepts. The questions in this round are very, very simple. We only want to test your knowledge of basic principles in science and mathematics. If you answer your question correctly, 3 points. If it's incorrect, it's passed on to your opponent for a bonus point. Okay? If a question requires calculations, you have 30 seconds to provide an answer. If there are no calculations, 15 seconds. Let's begin with you, Keta Senior High School. You have 1 attempt to answer this question. How does the average kinetic energy of matter manifest itself? How? Yes, Wilson.
It manifests as temperature.
Yes, as temperature. Yes, the hotness or the coldness of that matter. Achimota School, you also have 1 attempt to answer your question. At what temperature is the average kinetic energy 0? Yes, Alhassan.
At the absolute 0.
That's right. The next pair of questions are also to be answered in 1 attempt. Keta, what name is given to the surface of the water that collects on a bedrock? Yes, Wilson.
Water table.
Yes, it's the water table. Achimota School in 1 attempt. What name is given to the vertical section of a bedrock and the layers of soil that are located on top of it? Yes, Frank.
Soil profile.
It's a soil profile. Next pair of questions to be answered in 1 attempt. When I get to you, I will give you a statement with a blank. Fill in the blank. Keta, inductance is measured in units of blank. Yes, Victus.
Henry.
Henrys. Achimota School, 1 attempt. Reactance is measured in units of blank. Yes, Andreas?
Ohms.
Ohms. Keta, if the ratio y plus 4 is to y plus 1 is equal to the ratio 3 is to 2, please find y. Yes, Nicholas.
Y is 5.
That's right. Achimota School, if the ratio x plus 2 is to x plus 5 is equal to the ratio 4:5, please find X. Yes, Andreas?
X is 10.
That's right. Keta, define first ionization energy of an element or an atom.
It is the amount of energy required to remove 1 mole of an electron from the outermost shell of an atom to form 1 mole of a monovalent ion.
I'm passing this on for a bonus. Yes, Andreas.
This is the minimum amount of energy required to move 1 mole of electrons from 1 mole of gaseous atoms to form 1 mole of gaseous singly charged cations at standard temperature and pressure.
The mole were getting too many for me. No, I won't give the bonus either. The first ionization energy of an element or an atom is the amount of energy required to remove 1 electron. 1 electron, not 1 mole. 1 electron from each of a mole or a molecule of neutral atoms to form a mole of singly charged atoms or molecules. All right. Achimota School. Define electronegativity of an atom or element and state the units. Yes, Alhassan.
It is the ability of an atom or element to pull shared pair of electrons onto itself, more onto itself in a covalent bond. And it has no unit.
I'll give you the mark. Keta, 1 attempt. 1 attempt. Where exactly, I'm serious about the exactly, where exactly in the body is the pituitary gland located? Yes, Wilson.
At the base of the brain.
Yes. Similar question, 1 attempt. Where exactly in the body are the adrenal glands located? Yes, Alhassan.
It is located on top of the kidneys.
Yes. Keta, in 1 attempt, mention 1 experiment, only 1 experiment or 1 phenomenon that shows that light behaves as a particle. Yes, Wilson.
Photoelectric emission.
Okay, photoelectric effect. Other options are the Compton effect and pair production. All right, Achimota School. Also in 1 attempt, mention 1 experiment or phenomenon that shows that light behaves as a wave. Yes, Andreas?
Reflection.
Reflection?
Of reflection of light.
2 out of 3. The reason why you are getting 2 instead of 3 is because reflection can also be shown with particles, right? Okay, but if you had told me things like diffraction, interference, polarization, then we can be sure that we are talking about waves. So reflection and refraction, those are both waves and particles. Last pair of questions for the round. Keta, the sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers is 99. Find the 3 odd numbers. Yes, Victus.
31, 33, and 35.
That's right. Achimota School. The sum of 3 consecutive even numbers is 150. Find the 3 even numbers. Yes, Andreas?
48, 50, and 52.
That's right. That's the end of the first round.
Good morning, class. Good morning, sir. You remember what I told you about the exams?
No fees, no exam.
That's right. No fees, no exam. Ato?
Yes, sir.
Out.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, Ato.
Can you please send me the money in 30 minutes?
Yes.
Absolutely. First, get your easyRich card. Then, go to any easyRich merchant, easyRich ATMs, bank or savings and loans company nationwide.
Please transfer 250 Ghana cedis to my son Ato's account. This is his easyRich number.
All you need is the recipient's easyRich card number printed on the reverse side of the card.
I've sent you the money. Use 200 for your exams fee and 50 for your provisions, okay?
To receive the money, go to any easyRich point of sale terminal or ATM and load the money on your card, or draw the cash from a bank or savings and loans company or easyRich merchant. Get an easyRich card now and enjoy a safer, faster and more convenient means of transferring your money nationwide.
Oh, your puppy day. Your puppy day.
easyRich, easy banking for everyone.
At the end of the first round, the scores are Achimota School 23 points, Keta Senior High School 21 points. Very well done, gentlemen. But we've only just begun. Anything is possible as we go along. Round 2. Round 2 is a round for applied science. You saw that the questions in the first round really didn't challenge you much, right? So the questions in the second round are meant to be more applied. That means we expect you to apply those simple concepts to explaining things you see in the lab and things you see around you. When you get your question, you have 30 seconds to respond if there are calculations involved, and 15 seconds if there are no calculations involved. A correctly answered question fetches 3 points. A wrongly answered question is passed on for a bonus point. And partial credit is very, very possible in this round for partially answered questions. Good luck. Let's begin this time with Achimota School. Your question. How many 3-digit numbers can be formed from the digits 0, 1, 2, all the way to 9? If digits may be repeated and no number begins with 0. Yes, Andreas?
900.
900. Keta, how many different committees of 5 people can be formed from a pool of 8 people? Nicholas?
56 committees.
Yes, that's right. Achimota, on which road surface is a car likely to have a greater acceleration? A wet asphalt road or a dry asphalt road? I'm expecting a good explanation. Yes, Alhassan.
The car will have more acceleration on the wet asphalt road than on the dry asphalt road. It's because on the wet asphalt road, because it's wet, the friction is less than on the dry asphalt road. Because it's there.
Andreas.
On a wet asphalt road, this is because on a wet asphalt road, the car have more grip on the ground, and therefore it can transfer more energy onto the road and provide more grip, thereby giving it more acceleration.
I'm passing it on for a bonus. Yes, Wilson.
On the dry asphalt road, this is because friction provides for the centripetal force, and friction provides for the centripetal force. And this, if the road is dry, meaning the frictional force will be very high, so that the centripetal force will be very high, and acceleration is very proportional to the frictional, the centripetal force.
I'll give you the mark. Yes, greater friction. All right. Your major question. On which road surface is a car likely to have shorter stopping time when the brakes are applied? A wet asphalt road or a dry asphalt road? Please explain your answer. Yes, Nicholas.
On a dry asphalt road, because the friction on a dry asphalt road is very high and the braking force applied is to overcome the friction, and since the friction on a dry asphalt road is very high, it means the time taken for the car to come to a stop is longer.
Good. Your major question. Which is more likely to become acidic? Clay or sandy soil? Explain. Yes, Alhassan.
It's a sandy soil. This is because clay contains say it.
For a bonus, yes, Nicholas.
It is the clay soil. This is because the clay soil has a very poor retention of water. It has a very high retention of water. That is, has a poor drainage system. So it can collect a lot of water on it. And due to the presence of anaerobic bacteria in this water, they produce carbon dioxide, which dissolves in the water to form weak carbonic acid, hence making it acidic.
Well done. Your major question. Explain why the addition of lime to clay soil improves the texture. Yes, Nicholas.
The lime contains calcium hydroxide, and this calcium hydroxide tends to clamp the clay particles together, thereby improving the texture.
Yes. Achimota School. Find the volume of a right circular cone of base radius 5 centimeters and slant height 13 centimeters. You may leave your answer in pi. Yes, Andreas.
100 pi.
Try again. Yes, Andreas.
100 pi cubic centimeters.
Yes. Keta, find the volume of a right circular cylinder of radius 4 centimeters and curved surface area 40 pi centimeter squared. You may leave your answer in pi. Nicholas.
160 pi cubic centimeters.
That's right. Achimota School. A bar magnet is suspended in an east-west direction by a thread tied through its middle. Describe what happens to the magnet if it's allowed to rotate freely. Yes, Alhassan.
It rotates towards the north-south direction. This is because the Earth's magnetic field is in the north-south direction, and for the magnet to be affected by the Earth's magnetic field, so it will be aligned towards the Earth's magnetic field.
Yes. Keta, explain the difference between the geographic north and south poles and the magnetic north and south poles of the Earth. Yes, Nicholas.
The geographic north of the Earth is actually the Earth's magnetic north. Is actually the Earth's magnetic south, whilst the geographic south of the Earth is actually the Earth's magnetic north. And when a magnet is tied to a rope and allowed to rotate freely, it comes to rest with its north pole pointing towards the...
Try something else. I'm passing it on for a bonus. Yes.
The geographic north of the Earth's geographic north pole is located towards the Earth's magnetic south pole, but they are not on the same position because there's an angle between them, which is the angle of declination.
Now for a bonus. The geographic north and south poles are points on the axis of rotation of the Earth, whereas the magnetic north and south poles mark the points at which the magnetic field lines of the Earth either originate and terminate, or are most dense, or are vertically oriented. So two different concepts. Okay? Your major question, Achimota School. Why is N2O, nitrogen 1 oxide, called laughing gas?
Because
yes, Alhassan.
It stimulates a person to laugh when a person inhales it. Do you have a reason?
Yes, Frank.
This is because when inhaled, it is able to stimulate the ribs for one to be able to laugh.
I'm passing it on for a bonus. Yes, Nicholas.
In ancient times, it is used as a chemical on a patient when an operation is to be performed, and after the operation, the remains of it in the person's system tends to cause the person to laugh hysterically. Hence, it is called laughing gas.
Okay, I'll give you the bonus. Actually, it's not that they are laughing hysterically. When they are coming out of surgery, it seems as if they are laughing after it's been used in surgery. Okay, your major question. You have one attempt. Name any cation whose sulfide is black. Yes, Victus.
Copper 2+.
Yes. Organisms in the phylum Mycota, example, slime molds, are often referred to as fungus-like protists. What differentiates slime molds from true fungi? Yes, Frank.
Slime molds have biflagellate spores with flagella, so therefore this differentiates them from slime, the others.
Yes, it's the flagella. Keta, even though organisms in the phyla Rhizopoda and Zoomastigena are both regarded as protozoans because they show animal-like characteristics, there is a major characteristic feature that distinguishes organs from the two phyla. What is this feature? Yes, Nicholas.
The organisms in the phylum Rhizopoda have, they locomote with by forming pseudopodia, whilst organisms in the phyla Zoomastigena have flagella for locomotion.
That's true. With that answer, we've come to the end of round 2. At the end of the second round, the scores are Achimota School 36 points, Keta Senior High School 42 points. Well done again, contestants. Well done. We are not yet done, though. We still have a few more rounds to do. Round 3 is our problem of the day. So far, the questions that you have seen have not taken too much of your time, maximum of 30 seconds. The problem of the day is expected to engage you longer. So from the time I ask you to begin, you will have 3 minutes in which to present an answer. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. The iron content of a piece of wire mesh weighing 14.4 grams was determined by dissolving the mesh in concentrated H2SO4, adding about 100 centimeter cubed of water, and filtering off any undissolved solid. The solution was transferred into a 250 centimeter cubed volumetric flask and more deionized water added to the mark. 25 centimeter cubed of the solution required 20 centimeter cubed of 0.20 mole per decimeter cubed KMnO4 solution for complete reaction. Calculate the percentage iron in the mesh. Atomic mass for iron is 56.0. Contestants, that's your problem of the day. Good luck. You may begin. Your time is up. May I have your solutions, please? Contestants, please send a representative from your schools to present your answers on the whiteboards. contestants have presented their answers. Before we award the marks, let's look at the ideal solution from our consultants. We are looking for the percentage iron in a wire mesh which has been dissolved in some acid. First, we need a balanced equation to work with. A suitable equation in this particular case is to look at MnO4 minus plus 5Fe2 plus 8H plus going to Mn2 plus 5Fe3 plus 4H2O. For this type of equation, balance properly 2 points. Now let's collect what the values that we have, what we've been given in the problem. For the MnO4 minus, we know we have a concentration of 0.20 mole per decimeter cubed, and we use 20 centimeter cubed of it. For the iron 2 plus, we don't know the concentration. In fact, we need it, and we have 25 centimeter cubed of it. We can inspect this equation, the balanced equation, and we see that we have the MnO4 and the Fe2 plus in a ratio of 1 to 5. So we can use ratios to find this unknown value of concentration for the iron 2 plus. Let's call that unknown value M. So how do we calculate for this? We take our 20 multiplied by 0.20 divided by 25 multiplied by our known M, and this should be in the ratio of 1 to 5. We make M the subject, and so we get 0.80 mole per decimeter cubed. So the iron solution has a concentration of 0.80 mole per decimeter cubed. For getting this far, 2 points. Now, we need the number of moles of iron in the 250 centimeter cubed of solution. So we take this concentration which we have calculated, divide by 4, and that should be equal to 0.20. So that's the number of moles. If we have the number of moles and we have been given the atomic mass for iron, it should be very easy for us to find the number or the amount, the grams of iron in the 250 centimeter cubed solution. What we do is to take the number of moles and multiply by the molar atomic mass. So 0.20 times 56, and that should be 11.2 grams. 2 points for that. By the way, for calculating the number of moles correctly, that's another 2 points. But we are not done because the question requested for the percentage of iron, not the quantity of iron. We know that the original mesh was weighed 14.4 grams, and so we need to get a percentage. We have 11.2 grams divided by the 14.4 grams and convert to percentage by multiplying by 100. So the percentage of iron in the wire mesh is actually 77.78%. 2 points for that. That's the ideal solution from our consultants. Now our contestants. Let's start with Achimota School. Achimota School started with 2 equations. Not quite what was expected, but they do have the iron and the MnO4 in a ratio of 1 to 5, the iron 2 plus. And so they could actually proceed to do some calculations. 1 point there. Then they successfully calculated for the concentration of the iron 2 plus in the 250 centimeter cube solution. Another 2 points there. Then that's where things went terribly wrong. None of those calculations there amounted to much of anything. So no other points. This leaves them with a total of 3 points. Keta Senior High School started well. Good balanced equation, 2 points. Good calculation of the number, the concentration of the iron 2 plus in the solution, another 2 points. Then things went downhill from there. In fact, they calculated something, but not quite what was expected. And so we give them 4 points. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. Let's begin round 4. Most questions in this round involve calculations, so you have 30 seconds in which to provide an answer. Should a question not involve calculations, you have 15 seconds in which to do so. A correctly answered question fetches 3 points. A wrongly answered question is passed on for a bonus point. We'll start on my right with Keta Senior High, but before I come to you, Keta, I will give you a very short preamble. When I get to you, I will give you a recurrence relation, okay? It will be a recurrence relation. What you are to use that for is to find the second, third, and fourth terms of the sequence. That is defined by the recurrence equation I give you. All right? So, Keta, are you ready? Your relation is UN is equal to 2 multiplied by UN minus 1 plus 4, and U1, the first, is equal to 2. Yes, Nicholas?
8, 20, and 44.
That's right. Achimota School, your recurrence relation is UN is equal to UN minus 1 plus 2. And your first term is negative 2. Yes, Andreas?
0, 2, and 4.
That's right. Keta, please, in one attempt. The epidermis of the human skin consists of 3 layers. Please name them. Yes, Wilson.
The Malpighian layer, the conified layer, and the columnar layer.
2 out of 3. The horny or conified layer, the granular layer, that's the one you forgot, and the Malpighian layer. Achimota School, in one attempt, please. The skin can be regarded as a sensory organ because it has nerve endings which are sensitive to certain stimuli. Name 3 stimuli to which the skin is sensitive. Alhassan.
Touch, pain, and temperature. That's hotness or coldness.
I'll give you the mark. This is not a physics question, so I took the temperature, but really it's heat. Heat, cold, pain, touch, or pressure. Keta, an X-ray target is bombarded by electrons accelerated through a potential difference of 8 times 10 to the power 4 electron volts. Calculate the highest frequency of the emitted photons. Planck's constant H is equal to 4 times 10 to the negative 15 electron volts seconds. Yes, Victus.
2.0 times 10 power 19 hertz.
That's right. Achimota. An X-ray target is bombarded by electrons accelerated through a potential difference of 6 times 10 to the power 4 electron volts. Calculate the highest frequency of the emitted photons. Planck's constant is still 4 times 10 to the power negative 15 electron volts seconds. Yes, Frank.
1.5 times 10 to the power 19 hertz.
That's right. Keta, Calculate the pH of a 0.10 mole per decimeter cube solution of an organic acid of pKa 5.0. Yes, Wilson.
3.
3 is right. Achimota School. Calculate the pH of a 0.1 mole per decimeter cube solution of a weak organic base of pKb 6. Frank.
11.5.
That's right. With which of the following organisms would you associate Aedeagus? Aedeagus. Your options: A, housefly, B, crab, C, caterpillar, D, scorpion, and E, grasshopper. Yes, Wilson.
Grasshopper.
Yes, it's the grasshopper. Achimota School, also in one attempt. With which of the following would you associate calyptrogen? Calyptrogen. Your options: A, bones, B, earthworm, C, cotyledons, D, root cap, and E, chloroplasts. Yes, Frank.
D, root cap.
Yes, it's the root cap. Keta, calculate the maximum energy stored by a spring with a force constant K equal to 5,000 Newton per meter when it's stretched by 2 centimeters. Yes, Wilson.
100,000 kilojoules.
Try again.
100
Yes,
joules. 100 joules.
Last chance.
10 joules.
No. For a bonus. Yes, Andreas.
1 joule.
1 joule. Your major question. Calculate the amplitude of oscillation of an ideal spring mass system. If the spring has a force constant K equal to 1,000 Newton per meter and the maximum elastic potential energy of 2,000 joules. Andreas?
Meters.
That's right. Keta, calculate the mass of calcium carbide required to produce 89.6 decimeter cubed of ethine at STP. Atomic mass for calcium is 40, that for carbon is 12, and molar volume of gas at STP is 22.4 decimeter cubed. Yes, Nicholas.
92.4 grams.
Try again. Yes, Wilson.
44.8 grams.
Last chance. Yes, Victus.
208 grams.
No. So for a bonus. Yes, Alhassan.
256 grams.
That's right. Your major question. Calculate the volume of hydrogen gas that will be produced at STP when 72 grams of magnesium reacts with steam. Atomic mass for magnesium is 24, and molar volume of gas at STP is still 22.4 decimeter cubed. Yes, Andreas.
57.2 dm cube.
That's right. And that's the end of round 4. At the end of round 4, Achimota School has 62 points, Keta Senior High School has 60 points. Well done, contestants. The final round is upon us, and it will be unwise, very unwise for any school to underestimate our final round. this contest will be decided in this final round. Round 5 comes to you in 2 parts. For the first part, I will be giving your school's statements. When you get a statement, please consider it and tell me whether the statement is true or false. If you answer correctly, 2 points. If your answer is wrong, very costly, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to answer, in which case your statement is passed on to the opposing school for the possibility of the full 2 points. So good luck, and let's start with Achimota School. First statement. The larger of the 2 nuclei derived from a pollen grain is called the tube nucleus. Yes, Frank? It's false. It's the generative nucleus. Keta, the planets in our solar system move in elliptical orbits around the sun. Yes, Victus?
It's true.
Yes, it is. An ion with high reduction electrode potential is a good oxidizing agent. Frank?
It's true.
Yes, it is. The y-intercept of the line with equation ax plus by is equal to c is c. Yes, Victus?
It's false.
It's false. The intersection of any 2 sets is a subset of both sets. Frank?
It's true.
Yes. The sporophyte of a moss plant is the haploid generation. Yes, Victus?
It's false.
It's false. An object undergoing oscillatory motion has no acceleration. Yes, Frank?
It's false.
Yes, it's false. You have to remember that oscillatory motion is a result of varying force, and if you are changing the force, of course, you are accelerating. All right. Copper 2+ should have a higher reduction potential than magnesium 2+. Yes, Victus?
It's false.
Oh, no. It's true. All right, Achimota School. It is easier to prepare an organic ester from a carboxylic acid and alkanol than from acid chloride and alkanol. Yes, Frank?
It's false.
It's false. Keta, any 2 simultaneous linear equations in 2 variables have a solution. Yes, Victus?
It's false.
Yes, it's false. An optical microscope magnifies objects. Yes, Frank?
It's true.
Oh, no. You can't magnify the object. What you do is to magnify the image of the object. Okay? All right. Keta, a capacitor is capable of storing electrical energy. Yes, Victor?
It's true.
Yes. An inductor is capable of storing electrical energy. Yes, Frank?
It's true.
Yes. Esterification using an organic acid and alkanol uses part of the acid as a catalyst. Victus?
It's false.
It's false. If you are going to do that, you will need a mineral acid like H2SO4. All right, last pair of statements. Achimota School. In a linear programming problem, the constraints can involve a quadratic inequality. Yes, Frank?
It's false.
It's false. All the constraints are given by linear inequalities, not quadratic ones. All right, Keta, last statement. It is always advisable to move the low power objective piece of a light microscope downwards when focusing objects. Yes, Victus?
It's false.
It's false. We've come to the last and final part of round 5. For this part of the round, I'm going to ask you to solve riddles. I will give you the clues and then you try to solve the riddles. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. If you solve it on the second clue, 4 points. If you solve on the third or any clue after that, 3 points. Doesn't mean you should rush to solve anything. But in order to solve a riddle, you have to alert me. You do so by ringing your bell. Let's hear your bell, Keta. Thank you. And yours, Achimota School. All right, thank you. When you ring the bell, it means you have a response. I will not wait for you to compose your response after you have rung the bell. First riddle. I am a small, dense body found in eukaryotic cells. 2 zones of me are visible. A peripheral zone. Who rang? Yes, go ahead.
The nucleus.
No, that's incorrect. You also rang. You also rang. Yes, go ahead, Wilson.
Ribosome.
No. Any takers from the audience? No. Oh, no. Achimota School, you were closer. It's the nucleolus, not the nucleus, the nucleolus. Next riddle. I am a 2-digit number less than 20. I am odd and I have no other factors apart from myself and I. The sum of my digits is an exact square and the difference of my digits is 2. Who rang? Yes?
13.
13. And they solved the riddle on the third clue, 3 points. Next riddle. I am a phenomenon associated with waves. I do not discriminate between transverse and longitudinal waves. I prefer dealing with 2 or more waves at the same time. My business. Go ahead.
Interference.
They solved the riddle on the third clue, 3 points. Final riddle. Final riddle. We are 2 very close friends. Our chemical compositions are the same. We give off CO2 with mineral acids. We are both cave dwellers. Who rang? Yes.
Stalagmites and stalactites.
Yes. They solved it on the fourth clue, 3 points. That's the end of round 5.
Some kind of make a chairman. Sanity. Went ya, won't you? Ato?
Yes, sir.
Go on.
Hello, Dad.
Ato.
My name is Candice here.
Near Dickine, Mount can with Eastridge car. Afi, Kobibia, the point of sale terminal near Jumebia, and Abibia Eastridge ATM, and our bank in savings and loans company be a benwo.
Mpacho transfer 250 Ghana cedis coming back to account so my wife. Mpacho ni Eastridge account number ni.
Niyo hiyan on your chrono Eastridge card. Sa number wo Eastridge card na chipe.
Mama no sika no. for 200 cedis to your exams fee. Not for 50 no ball. What it?
So person you sika mania and one so be ko bebia e-switch point of sale terminal wo. Ana bebia e-switch ATM wo. Obetima ju sika ne go card no so amunu mu ho a. Obetimi so agi sika every bank and our savings and loans company be a ben wo. Ana omo e-switch for amomu tumi se. Won tue sika man kronfo. Kwaje o e-switch card sesia. E-switch e kwan pa obetimi amane sika and 10 times so oman mu ni nyina.
Oh papa e tough.
E-switch, easy banking for everyone.
At the end of the contest, here are our final scores. Achimota School, 75 points. Keta Senior High School, 82 points. Achimota School, thank you for giving us that excellent contest. Unfortunately, you didn't make it today, but we hope your scores are high enough to give you a chance in the next stage of competition. All the best. Keta Senior High School, congratulations on winning this one in such a dramatic way. Well done. I look forward to seeing you in the next stage of competition. All right. Viewers, thank you for joining us for this wonderful contest. It was a very good one. I hope you are making plans to be with us next time when we bring you the 5th of our preliminary contests. That contest is going to be between Accra Academy and Bolgatanga Senior High School. Thank you for joining us today. See you next time.